Hey everybody, good morning. It's Justice for Comics. I'm trying to do little different things to my videos. Little intro music. Everybody knows what that is. It will be left unsaid so I don't get booted from YouTube. CBSI every Friday evening does a Hot 10 list, and I do a video either every Friday evening or Saturday morning just recapping it, giving you my opinion on the books that are on the list and what you should be looking for. So let's jump on into it here with the Hot 10 list of the week, starting off with number 10. And we've got Coffin Bound, number 1, oversized ash can out of 400. So that released on Wednesday this week. Image title. I didn't pick this up, and I heard from a couple different channels that it wasn't that great. The story was a little weak. The cover kind of looked cool. This cover looks a little different. It looks a little washed out. Maybe that's just the photo they used. I don't know. But the ash can, I don't know what oversized ash can means. Does that mean it's the same size as a comic book? That's kind of, I don't know. 400 in existence. I don't know, reaching $100. It's crazy. I don't know, $100. I think there's money. I'd rather spend $100 on something a little bit more proven than a brand new book that, 6 months from now, no one gives two hoots about. So yeah, just be careful on this stuff. I would not chase, continue to try to buy things at cover price. So if you wanted to give Coffin Bound number 1 a try, I would have just gone with the regular cover. Overpaying for an ash can just seems too speculative for me, so I would stay away from that. Number 9, Avengers Unplugged number 5. Seeing some mild gains in the $10 to $15 range. 9.8 just sold for $300 and a 9.6 over $100. Don't really know why this book is moving. Maybe that's a first appearance of somebody. Well, let's just find out. Usually somebody on eBay will tell you why the book's moving. First appearance of Photon Monica Rambeau. I have no idea who that is. Is there some movie news on that? I don't know. Monica Rambeau. Well, $10 to $15. It looks like a lot of people are asking $50. There's a $30 buy it now with $5 shipping. Yeah, so that may be one. I never even heard of this book. Avengers Unplugged. But I guess if you're at your LCS, maybe that probably was in a dollar bin type book. So take a gander in your LCS. Maybe you can score that, and then throw it on eBay like those 5 listings have done. Number 8 on the list is Thor 165. This is the not the first appearance of Adam Warlock. I think one of his early appearances. So I have the first appearance of him, which you can see that's how they identify him at the bottom of the cover there. First appearance is Fantastic Four. I know I have that book. I bought it last year. I got a really good price on it too. That's a really hard book to find in really high grade because it's a white cover. Yeah, Fantastic Four 67. So notice a 6.5 they're asking $400 for. I got mine on an auction, 7.5, $600. Just really, really hard to get in good grade because of the white cover. Mine's definitely not pure white. It's sort of off-white to cream. There's a 9.0 for almost 1,000. They're asking. That's an auction too. 9.2 for 1,800. So yeah, that's your first appearance, and then first full appearance is Thor 165, which is going for good money as well. You know, eBay's $300 to $500 so far. So definitely a year ago was the time to look for that book. I probably should have gone for Thor 165. I didn't think about looking for the first full appearance. But yeah, that's becoming a Silver Age key. Good old Stanley and Jack Kirby. So if you have that book, congratulations, you're seeing some heat on it for sure. Number 7, Once and Future #1, the Diamond Retailer variant. I saw this book. I mean, I didn't see it for $25, but I've seen it consistently on eBay for $60 to $70. Yeah, this was a one per store type variant, so it's definitely commanding some money. I picked up the A cover on this just to give it a read, see if it's any good. Kieran Gillen has been doing a pretty good job on the last few titles that he's been doing, and I like Dan Moore's artwork, so I'll give it a try, see if it's any good. Report back to you on that. Number 6 on the list is Thor, God of Thunder #2. This is the regular cover. Was going for $30 to $40. Or no, it looks like it's up to $30 to $40 for issue #2. And the variant's going for around $100. I think there's an Acuna variant that's really cool looking. I just have the regular cover. So what I did when Thor God of Thunder came out, I bought every cover. I had it on my pull list. I think I maybe picked up one of the incentive covers for issue #1, and I do have one incentive cover for number 25, but the rest were just all A covers. And you know, I think the reason I bought it only was because I liked Ribick's artwork. So I didn't, at the time I was buying it, I didn't know it was going to be what it ended up becoming. That was one of those books that just sat there for several years. I even had I had my whole run on eBay for about cover price once. I don't know why. You just get these times where you feel like you've got too many comics, and let me go ahead and sell something. And it never sold. Luckily for me, it never sold. So the listing expired, and I just forgot about it. And thank God I did, because that run goes for a lot more than cover price now, no doubt about it. Number 5 on the list, Absolute Carnage #1, the Premier variant. This is a 2 per store variant. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking cover. I like the effect of having, half color, half black and white. That's kind of cool. I like it. So the thought is here, this is a $40 to $50 book. It was $20. I don't remember seeing this book, so I don't know where the $20 price tag comes in, but it says that it may be rarer than the 1 in 100s. Yeah, if it's only 2 per store, how many stores are there in the United States? At least a couple thousand, right? I don't know. So maybe there's a 4,000 or 5,000 print run on that Premier variant, depending. I don't know. That's the thing with Marvel is you never know how many they've printed. They tell you 2 per store, but is that the reality of it? I don't know. I would, definitely don't buy Marvel books based on what you think the scarcity is, or what you've heard the scarcity is, especially from Marvel. They're not exactly telling the truth a lot. So, and I've seen many examples of, supposedly a rare book, and all of a sudden, magically, there's a lot more that hit the market. A little suspicious in my opinion. So, If you come across that at a good price, pick it up. But you got to understand, Absolute Carnage, very high print run book. Long term, that could be a great investment. It just be careful. I wouldn't chase it. Give it a few months. Prices usually settle down after the hype is over. So that's something that you put that on your buy list a couple months from now. Number 4 on the list is Dark Age #1. This is the Nicholas Eli 1 in 10 variant. This just came out this Wednesday, $30 right out of the gate. I saw it on Midtown. I think Midtown was asking $20 for it. It's a cool cover. I read Dark Age. I got the free comic book day. I was not real impressed with it. The artwork inside is not that great. I thought it was okay. I definitely did not think I don't think it warrants the hype that it's getting. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it gets developed. And I think a lot of people are buying that because they think, oh, this is going to be developed. Yeah, and these small publishers, definitely the print run is lower. So I get it, but, I don't know. I didn't think it's just the story wasn't that impressive to me. So maybe it gets better. I don't know. We'll see. I might pick up number 2. Number 3 on the list is an oldie but goodie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. Yeah, I saw somebody had posted a 9.8 on Instagram. This guy, I've seen his postings before. What's his name? Something like Comic Book. I'll have to look him up. I can't remember his title, but this guy has some high-end books. I think he posted a picture of a 9.8 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. $90,000 sale. It's crazy. But I remember seeing this book in high grade, years and years ago it was a couple $1,000s back then. So, yeah, I mean, the expensive books that are in low supply, very hard to find and high grade. I mean, this is a black cover. Most of these books I've ever seen of TMT #1, there's spine ticks galore all over it. I mean, if you just have two sharp corners, people go crazy for the book. So, that's just one of those books where if you can even if you can find a first print, regardless of condition, if you can get a good deal on it, that's going to be a tough book to get. So if that's on your Grail list, man, good luck. That's going to be an expensive endeavor and very difficult. Number 2 on the list, Dead End Kids #1, new book from Source Point Press. I read it. I like the story. It definitely is perfect for a development into a TV show. It kind of has that Stranger Things vibe to it. Stand By Me, kind of like that Stand By Me movie. 4 outcast kids, one of them dies. Yeah, I just gave away a spoiler, sorry. But, if I said Stand By Me, you're going to know that something happens, right? It's pretty similar. It's a great book. Artwork in it is decent. It's definitely low print run. Source Point Press does not print a lot of copies. There are some variants out there. I highlighted one of the coolest variants on this show on my YouTube channel, which was the Black Cape Comics exclusive. By the way, this today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they're going to be selling issue number 2 of Dead End Kids by that same artist, Esteban Salinas. Only 100 copies. So, man, if you're not on their website at 8 o'clock, by 8:03, it'll probably be sold out. It's not that unknown gem anymore. So 100 copies is going to go quick. Number 1 on the list, Werewolf by Night, number 32. Yeah, that's definitely a grail. Andrew Garfield as Moon Knight. I don't know. I don't know if that's a rumor, confirmed. Who knows? Maybe they're interviewing him for possibly for the role. I've heard Keanu Reeves. I've heard that rumor. Yeah, that book has been expensive forever. Very hard to find in high grade. You know, it's hard to find in mid grade, to be honest. A 7.0 just sold for $1,000. Yeah, I would love to find it like an 8.0 or higher, but yeah, it's just going to be so expensive at this point. That book has been expensive forever. Moon Knight is a major character. He's never had a movie, and it's still, that book sells as if he was in the Marvel universe already. So if you run across that book in decent grade, definitely see if you can get a good deal on it. But I don't know. The cat's out of the bag on that one. It has been for a while. I think a lot of people have been anticipating that they're going to develop that title. Yeah, that's definitely a marquee book, no doubt about it. Honorable mentions on the list: House of X #2, the Sarah Pacelli variant. Sales are going as high as $25. That was a cover price book a week ago. Keep that on your radar. Also, Captain America Comics #1. Obviously, that's a Silver Age key. Most people are familiar with it. And a 9.4 sale this week for $915,000. So, and that is not the highest grade. There is a 9.8 out there. Yeah, I wonder who owns that. Yeah, it's hard to believe that's almost $1 million book now. So, classic cover, Steve Rogers punching out Hitler. Definitely a marquee book in the industry. So that's your top 10 list, guys, from CBSI. Let me know what you think. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And please comment, share my videos. I really appreciate the support. The comments from everybody, I love reading them and getting people's opinions. Let me know what you think of this list. Some of these books, do they deserve to be on there? Which ones do you like? I will have another video out, if not tomorrow, on Monday. I'll have a couple comic books coming in the mail, I think, this weekend. And there'll be some comic book news also that I might want to highlight. So look for that. And also, again, tonight, 8 p.m., set your alarm. Dead End Kids #2, the Black Cape Comics variant, only 100 produced. That book's going to be fire. Make sure you can grab a copy. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.